Good morning, dear students. Let's start with the new class 8th history chapter number 4, Tribals, Dikus and the vision of a golden age. So children, today we all lead a very comfortable life in the cities with all the facilities available to us. But do you know there are some people who still live in forests, known as tribal people. Well, in this chapter we will study about some of the tribes of our country and their struggle against the Dikus, and which means those who were outsiders from these tribals. So Dikus means what, children? The outsiders for these tribes, those who did not belong to this tribal background. So let's start with the chapter. In 1895, a man named Birsa, who belonged to Munda tribe, started gaining popularity, children. Many people believed that he had magical powers and which he could cure diseases and multiply grains, children. He himself declared that God had appointed him to help people and safeguard their interest from Dikus. Now, Birsa was born in Munda tribe, which is found in Chota Nagpur region of Jharkhand, children, but was also famous among other tribes such as Santals and Oraons. So these were the tribes he was famous, this Birsa Munda, children. So now, why Birsa declared that he would help tribals and safeguard them from Dikus? Who were these Dikus, children? Well, here the Dikus is referred to the Britishers. Okay, this tribal they called Dikus. They refer them as Britishers. Dikus means. Why did they want to safeguard themselves from the Britishers, children? It is because these tribes had their own way of living. Their society, beliefs were different from those who lived in cities or villages. They felt that they were being enslaved by the Dikus. These Britishers, they were enslaving them, okay? They were being enslaved by them. So, to know more about them, we have to read this chapter further, children. The tribal society had different rituals which were not similar to that of the Brahmins. They didn't have any social division on the basis of caste. People belonging to the same tribe often thought of sharing same kinship. However, these tribes had some social and economic differences, children. They had some differences, but they were not having the basic caste system how these Brahmins were having in the cities. So let's see how the tribes group live. So here, children, in the picture you can see, this is the picture of this tribe, and there is the picture of Birsa and the tribal people. So let's turn to the next page. Here, children, the next page will not come in your exam, but what you have to do, I have to tell you something here in detail. These words you should know for the further pages. There are something in the further pages which will refer about this shifting cultivation. So I will tell you what is this shifting cultivation, children. So how the tribal group lived. The tribal had different ways of living and their activities are different from each other. So how it was different? Let's see. There is some one of that is jhum cultivators. Now they practice shifting cultivation, these tribal people children. This was done on small patches of land within the forest by clearing the forest. Okay, they used to clear the forest and then they used to cultivate there. Under this system, trees were cut from the top in order to bring sun to the ground. Okay, the top part was cut. Then land was cleared by burning the vegetations. So whatever was there in the land, they used to burn it and used to make it flat. And that the ash was scattered on the ground to increase the fertility of that land, children. And then seeds were scattered in that land, and after harvest the land was left fallow in order to allow it to gain fertility, and cultivation was done on another piece of land. And this type of cultivators were found in hilly areas and the northern east forest and central India. So these type of cultivation was known as jhum cultivation or the shifting cultivation. So they used to shift from one place to other place. Okay children, after one place was done harvesting, then they used to go to other place, other fertile place they used to choose. So this full page you have to cut with pencil. This won't come in your exam, children. Okay, with pencil you will cut this page. Then let's come back to the next page. So next page also, children, that is page number 40 you have to cut, and then you have to cut page number 41 also with pencil, and then you have to cut 40, 41 and 42, children, and then half portion of page number 43 you have to cut. Okay, the first part you have to cut, and then second part, this topic we will continue.